Currently walking on the Kennet and Avon Canal. We're with our team of volunteers who are just far in the distance down there. And today we are retracing the steps of the Swing Riots of 1830 in Berkshire.
I've been working with a team of volunteers who have been researching the Captain Swing Rioters in Berkshire and have created a performance piece about the events of November 1830 to January 1831. Today we're walking part of a route that the desperate swing rioters took.
Marsh Benham Farm. The mob progressed to the farm of William Webb, where they discovered 2 threshing machines in use, so they were broken forthwith.
So here we are on the Lord Craven estate, where the men of the Kintbury mob met Lord Craven and his men.
We visited a series of sites along the 8-mile walk, looking at locations where the swing rioters would have stopped, attacked farmhouses and machinery, demanding money, bread, cheese and ale. We started at Kintbury and ended back at Kintbury.
Holt Farm, where Farmer Ruddock lived, and William Winterbourne and Alfred Darling smashed up the plough here. And then we progressed from here just a few hundred yards through the woods to Hampstead Holt Farm, where Thomas Lytton gave the rioters a note for liquor for 20 shillings to spend at the Bluebell Inn, and they broke some machines at his farm too.
Okay, here I am with Keith Jerome, male volunteer, and one of our walk leaders for the day, and Keith's kindly volunteered to speak about Captain Swing for us today. So he's going to tell you a bit about Captain Swing.
Right. So for our whole swing project, we've come in behind the what's called a pre-swing notice, and that's blood and vengeance on your lives and your property for taking away our labour with your threshing machines. If you do not refrain, we shall thrash your ricks with fire and bathe your bodies in blood. And that sums up the whole Captain Swing movement. The riots which began in August 1830 in Kent, where we hear that the tricolour was flown, and came through from Kent through Sussex and through Hampshire and through Berkshire, going on through to Dorset and up into the Midlands. The actual title or name Captain Swing was what was written on the bottom of letters posted in farms, basically around the terms of the if you do not refrain, we shall, and that if you do not give up using threshing machines, then we shall take action against you. And those were signed Swing or Captain Swing or Friends of Captain Swing. And the name probably owes its origin to a name for the flail. The flail was what preceded the threshing machine. As we know, labourers were employed from the end of the harvest right the way through till the early months of the new year, thrashing the wheat to get the grain from the wheat with flails, which were known as swing and indeed back-breaking work. But at least people were in employment through till the beginning of the new year, till it started ploughing time came round again. So that's the origin of swing, and indeed Berkshire was particularly affected in terms of the number of people participating, the number of visits to farms to extort money and to smash threshing machines. There was very little rick burning in Berkshire, just perhaps at the north of the county, but there were a very substantial number of incidents of rioting under Captain Swing. And of course, in our walk today, we've been when the rioters met Lord Craven in Hampstead, where we're sitting today at Hampstead Marshall, Lord Craven's estate. The number of people that met Lord Craven was 150.
They were all farm labourers.
Yeah, well, farm labourers plus some artisans, and indeed the artisans were punished by the court ultimately much more severely because, as the court in Reading said, they were not part of this, i.e. they were not agricultural labourers, and therefore they should have known better. And as such, one of them, indeed William Winterbourne, was a craftsman, and of course he was hung in Reading Jail, as we know, on January the 11th, midday on 1831.
Thank you very much, Keith.
Well done.